Alright, welcome to Cobalt Black Gaming, the channel where I play a different indie game every day to show you guys those hidden, not so hidden gems. If that sounds like the kind of content you'd be interested in, go on and hit a sub. Anyways, today we're taking a look at a very interesting survivor-like. It is kind of done in the style of a 90s magical girl anime. It's called Hell Maiden. So we're going to come on in here. I've already beaten the demo, but we're going to go back in and we're going to do a run so that I can show you guys all the cool stuff that this game has. So unfortunately, in the demo, there is not much exhibition of the meta progression system in this game. I don't really know if there is one past unlocking more skills. However, everything else about this game just feels so good that it's still a solid survivor-like. So far, I would definitely recommend checking out the demo. I think it's it seems to be a pretty early demo, so I don't know how good this is going to end up being, but I think it's definitely worth checking it out. All right, increases critical damage to the right. I don't care about that. Increases damage. Okay. Damage, but minus speed. We'll do that. So, right now, I have my exploding ball magical girl attack. They're all magical girl attacks. It doesn't matter what is happening with it. It is a magical girl attack. It's all just Sailor Moon without being Sailor Moon. But the story to this game appears to be the fallout and aftermath of Dante's Inferno, or the Divine Comedy as a whole, maybe. You are Dante. Yes, Dante, and this is a magical girl. And you, I guess, did what you were supposed to do and finish your quest, and then you came back with amnesia. And so you're kind of trying to figure out what's going on and how to fix it, how to stop it, how to change it, whatever you need to do. You meet Virgil, that is kind of like the oracle of the story, kind of telling you where to go so far, and try to be like, hey, remember this and that and this? And you gather other characters along the way. So far, the last boss of the demo was really fun. I actually quite enjoyed that fight. And we'll see if we can get to it today. No promises, though. I will never make those promises. On kill, 30% chance of an explosion. That sounds pretty good, but we're going to go with poison on my AoE. Because I think burn, poison, just status, don't touch me there is kind of the best thing to do. But we're going to start moving. We're going to start getting out of this area because something that's really cool about this game that sets it apart from other survivor-likes is going to be that your shrines that, you know, normally give you temporary buffs and things. Well, in this, some of the shrines are temporary, some of them are permanent. So these can actually just be a very good source of, like, total power in a run if you keep finding these shrines. So I always try to make sure I cover as much ground as possible in case we come along some permanent damage shrines or something else. Permanent health shrines, too. These are things. It looks like we have a boss chasing us. Let's see if we can get some extra damage to help us out. Permanent damage, there we go. We take those. Ow. I need to really just not get in this guy's radius. What? Why do you hurt so much? Alright, we got temporary damage, but we'll take those. We're gonna get some of this health that we had passed earlier. Okay. Increased damage to enemies affected by poison. I will take that. I kinda wish it was for something else, though. We'll do it on this. We'll do it on this. I need to get this. That is going to be the other thing I put on this, is going to be increased range or radius, whatever it's going to be called. Because right now, it's that very not useful aura attack where it's like, yes, but if this is close enough to hit them, they're close enough to hit you, and you don't want that. Alright, we got some health back. We're doing okay now. Alright, so this is another part of in-run progression. You get these charms, and they just kind of do global increases to your stats. So increased distance traveled with each dash. We're going to go for that because I like dashing in this game. And what else do we have? Attack size and damage, or projectile count of adjacent weapons. Okay, we're going to go with... Oh, wait. What is the last one? Adds a chance of increasing... No. We're gonna go with this one. Attack size and damage on my aura. That, I think, will be very useful for me. So that was what I was going to be afraid of, was the last card only being size and then me not being able to get damage on this aura. Alright, so we get increased XP. At least I think that's increased XP. It just says XP plus. So I don't know if that gave me XP or if it's an increased XP gain rate. Some of the shrines can be a bit rather obtuse in their description of their function, but that's okay. That is okay. What do we got here? Increases critical damage to stuff on the right. Chance of absorbing enemies' HP. That seems pretty good. Yeah, we'll go with that. Bombs that heal me. I'll take that. Sorry, they're not bombs. They're magical orbs. Alright, let's head on out of here. See if I can find another shrine. There we go. Come on, permanent damage. Yay. Take those. And like, those are just a great source of power in this, just because it's like, okay, I can level up and get cards all I want, but if I don't go for these as well, I'll feel it later on, especially during the boss fight. The boss fight is that weird kind of level of... It is that exact right difficulty. Like, it's that level of, I can see this being hard if I had a bad run, but if you have an extraordinarily good run, I can see it being easy. Alright. Let's grab this, level up. Ooh, what do we got? Increases max HP, overall attack size, and poison damage. We're gonna go with attack size, because I need this aura to hit things that aren't near me, because, boy, letting enemies get close to you in this game is dangerous. Not like it isn't in other Survivor-likes, but, like, it feels particularly dangerous in this one. Permanent damage, hell yeah. You take those. Yeah, everybody walk into my aura, walk into my explosions, feel the pain, feel the burn. Alright. I really could do with an extra weapon, but, you know, we'll take this. Fuse. Truthfully, I should have gotten an increased attack speed on that attack instead of the HP thing, but I don't know. We'll see if this trades off and pays off in the end. It probably won't, guys. Attack duration. We're gonna go with attack damage. Okay. Here we go. Dragon's Breath, Will-o'-the-Wisp, and Blistering Wake. I don't like any of those. Feeric Dance. I kind of want Feeric Dance. We're gonna go for broke. Wrath of Astrape. We're gonna go with that. I like my lightning. I don't even know if that's good in this game, but I don't care. It'd be really nice to get a magnet right about now. Oh, yeah, it would have been nice to get a magnet before this, huh? Definitely would have. It's gonna be interesting trying to stay alive in here. Oh, wait a minute. What am I doing? What am I doing? Guys, I have an ultimate. A magical girl ultimate. I actually really like these scenes because it not only is, like, you know, the very classic magical girl thing, but the animation style looks like anime from the 90s, which I just love, right? It's that nice nostalgic hit with the anime style, so I think that's really cool. Hey, walk into my lightning. Walk into my lightning, bud. Chance to apply burn? I don't think so. Attack size? I also don't think so. I guess we'll do the explosion. We'll do, yeah. You're gonna lightning and explode things, and we'll see how that works for us. I have the feeling it's gonna be well. Nothing says terrifying like exploding lightning. Decreased damage received. We're gonna go for the melee defense, because that's really what I'm worried about. And it's a bigger number than just damage received. The range in this game, they're still scary. But it's not like other games where, like, you really just have to mitigate that because you'll get caught out of nowhere in one shot. It is very much so getting hit with, like, an arrow or a fire blast is manageable. You don't want to do it, but, like, it's not gonna take you from full to problem area of health. Okay, we're gonna... Jeez, I just got health back. We can already see that lightning and the explosion that comes with paying dividends. Back there? Okay, cool. Let's get some health back. Or some extra health. I think that was extra health. Whatever. Okay, I'm trying to... Getting the aura was dangerous. I shouldn't have gotten the aura. I should have gotten some other power. Because it's... I'm playing this weird game of cat and mouse where I'm trying to get close to them, but not. Damage. Okay, absorbing. We want absorbing health because we're not doing well right now. I really just need... Yeah, I was going to say, I just need that horde to not... What do we got? Explosion. We have that. We also have the poison. We also have increased attack speed, which I'm going to put on the lightning. Because that hitting more often, yeah, as you can see, that did quite a bit. Overall attack size, we'll do that too. So not only do I want my aura to get bigger, but lightning getting bigger will be great. Okay, Blade of Augustus unleashes a powerful wide slash. Carpe Diem launches piercing spear that slices through enemies and returns to you. Undying Legacy launches anchors a spear that inflicts AoE damage to surrounding enemies. We're going to go with Carpe Diem. We are going to seize the day with this one. Hopefully. Hopefully. I could also just die in the next 2 seconds. That'd be very anticlimactic and unfortunate. Increases distance traveled with each dash. Yeah, we'll take those. It's always so interesting to see what stats are important in survivor likes, because right, like increasing dash range, if you had that in like Soulstone, it would be crazy. It would be, because that's just how you stay alive in Soulstone. But in this, while dashing is important, I find pathing is more important. Okay, we got attack speed, we got damage, we got chance to apply burn. We're gonna go with the attack speed, get those fused. Alright, so hopefully this will be cracking off pretty quick now. What else do we got? We're gonna go with attack damage. The aura is duration, but it doesn't feel like it's helping me right now. We're gonna increase projectile count. The blue projectile count increasing power is much better because it would do all of the skills to the right, so you just put it on your first one and realize, yeah, sure, you're losing a little bit of power in that first one, but then everything else is gaining, 2 to 3 times the power it starts with. Okay, I have taken too much damage here. I'm doing very poorly. This is okay though, we take these. Damage against range, overall attack size. We will go with that. You know what, we're gonna Sign of the Pleiades it. So you can skip this too, if you wish to. It'll just skip right to the end when she nukes everything. I don't know why you would, though, right? Like, gotta get that 90s nostalgia drip. We're gonna put this on you. Yeah. Get more of those swords going out. Or spears, I guess. It said spear, but they look like swords. More of those clock hands going out, because let's be honest, that's half of what they look like anyways. In pretty much any anime. Alright. You know, my kingdom for a magnet. That'd be awesome if I could just get one magnet. More attack size, we'll take it. But magnets in this game are very rare. It's like another huge thing I always assess when I'm playing a new Survivors. Like, I'm like, do I need pickup range or nah? Okay, at least we could keep him on the opposite side from us so that it didn't bother us. Cripe. I would have loved getting another charge of my ability before I came in here. I did kind of waste it, but that's okay. We're gonna go with this one. Kindled Embers might be starting to get good. Hey, there we go. That's range. That's what I'm talking about. Why are there two bosses? Someone please explain this to me. I need an adult. Or help. Reduces damage inflicted by projectile enemies, increases overall critical damage. Increases damage against... Jesus, it's just all terrible. This run feels like I squandered so much potential. Yeah, let's also increase attack speed on this guy. Damage received, okay. Increases overall attack damage. Experience gain from orbs, we got to. That's just so good. That is so good in any of these games. Like, I'm always going to go for experience gain. Increases attack size by 60%. 60%. I don't think I need that. And by that, I mean, it would have been nice if I had gotten that earlier, but now I've already, like, use slots and stuff, and it would really just mess up an ability, I think. Alright, we are still attack duration. I don't want any of this. Chance to apply poison? I guess? Yeah, I guess these will apply poison. Yay, poison spears now. Okay, we got more. Increase attack size by 40, crit chance. Okay, we're gonna increase the poison, and we'll go. We're leveling up a lot. Increases attack speed. Take those. Let's just turn into a thunderstorm, like a whole ass thunderstorm. Overall attack duration, movement speed, overall attack size. Keep making it bigger. Permanent damage, we take those. Projectile account. Okay, we take those. Got some healing, so now we're sitting pretty. Back at full health. Just demolishing. Movement speed? Yeah, I'll take it. I kind of want to stay near this heart just because I've taken damage and would like to put that health back ASAP. Okay, damage and attack speed, nope. Absorbing HP, no. I guess we're having two things that absorb HP now. We'll see if this actually gives me better longevity, or if this just ends up being like a weird trickle of HP where it's like, ah, through this whole match you gained 14 more HP, and you're like, that's useless, what? Experience gain, we take those. Okay, we got attack speed. We also have a projectile count, but I don't think that works for anything. It does not. Both of our projectile counts are at level 2. I think that is the biggest thing. I don't see, I don't see a lot of, I guess, RNG control later on in the run, where, like, you're getting things at level 2 a lot more often. Like, I feel like I don't see that as much. I wish I did. But I feel like I still get a lot of level 1 cards, and later in the run, that really just hurts. Damage against range enemies, overall crit damage, experience gained. That experience gain feels like it's paying off. Chance to create a lightning chain, pack size, and damage. Interesting. Okay, so we just have to skip that. That's very... I don't like that. I don't think I like that you start getting things that can be useless, because you could theoretically just completely RNG yourself into garbage, which I don't enjoy. Like, theoretically, from here on out, because all of my card slots are full, I could keep getting upgrades that I cannot use. Obviously, I have quite a few cards, so it should be fine, but... it is possible. Ooh, the boss. See if we can beat her. Minos. The hat creeps me out. Hey, don't throw stuff at me. That was just plain rude. Alright, let's see if we can bust her up. Bust her up pretty good. Oh, don't call me names either. That was also rude. I know, so I'm beginning to think you're just a rude, mean person. So, the other thing I'm not liking about this fire aura I've got going on here is it appears that they need to be touching the edge of the ring. It appears that if they're inside of it, they're not getting damaged by it. Now, I could be incorrect by that, but that's what it seemed like. Although we are making light work of this boss. Like, I don't think my first time was this good. And I thought I had a really good build that first time, but... okay, I'm just gonna stay in the center. Yeah, there we go. I feel like in order for that kind of attack to work, the boss needs to be having you dodge and do stuff much more hectically. I don't like this. I need an adult. I need an adult. Can you realize you're dead, please? Did I really phase you that fast? I think I did. Holy crap. And I died even... okay. That I don't like. I don't like that she got phased... I'm fine that she got phased that fast. I don't like that it's just like, oh, well, she's dead. But because she didn't do those phases when she was supposed to, at the, like, proper allocations of her health bar, she's just gonna do them all at once while being undamageable. That feels very bad. Like, I won that fight. I would heavily argue I won that fight. Or at least have it, like, if you're gonna hard cap the damage, have it happen at the appropriate time. Right? Because, like, if you had done that at half health, or like 1/3 and 2/3, it seems like, it would have been annoying, but it's like, oh yeah, this boss has like an invulnerability phase, just like dodge lasers. Okay, that makes sense, that's fine. It just sucks when it's at the very end of the fight and it's like, and it appears that the boss has no HP and is dead. However, other than that, I think a lot of this game is done pretty well. And this is an early demo, so I imagine something like that, they'll probably change, but the powers are pretty cool. I really like the whole 90s magical girl anime aesthetic. And I know that is going to be the thing that turns a lot of people off from this game, right? I just, you know, I'm a big fan of anime, and I didn't really watch that many magical girl animes, but it still gives me that 90s nostalgia, so I like it. But I definitely think if the anime motif doesn't turn you off, definitely go download this demo and check it out for yourself. I'll have a link to it in the description. I think this is definitely a solid game, and it'll be interesting to see what the meta progression looks like when it comes to early access or 1.0, because I think that's really what's going to make or break this one, at least for me. If you've made it this far in the video, a like and a sub would be very much so appreciated. Anyways, I'll be back tomorrow with another video. Peace out.